Alright. Hello everybody, this is Atomic Creations, newly rebranded, here with a good friend of mine, Miss Medic, doing a ranking video. Sorry.
Yes. Ranking five Nights at Freddy's, at least one through custom night, I believe.
Pretty much. There's a few outliers at the bottom, but we'll get to that later. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I'm so used to doing my intros all in one take, you know?
Yeah, it's normal. Trust me. I know a few friends that technically just interrupt me all the time and all that good stuff, but hey, let's get this ranking underway, shall we?
Alright, so real quick discussion of the rules here. Basically, we're going to look at a character, describe their positives and negatives, and then put them on the ranking list. It'll go from amazing to no opinion, which will basically be, well, you know. Alright, so let's get into this.
Let's get into this. And the first one we have up, of course, the face of the franchise himself, Freddy.
Yes.
One of the Freddys.
The very first Freddy.
The very first bear instead of golden.
Yeah, because you rarely ever see him. Anyways, so Freddy is kind of unique. He was one of the first animatronics to really shake things up back in Fnaf 1. He's basically just a more advanced version of Chica in that game, where he goes down the left hallway and stays in the corner until you keep your camera off him for too long.
Yeah, I think the more unique part about him is his, when he kills you, he technically plays that song while everybody else just jump scares you. He actually plays a song for you before he kills you. What a nice guy. When
you run out of power and in UCN after he kills you, so... I'm gonna put him in the good category. What do you think?
Yeah, good category. I mean...
Alright.
We just talked about the positives. The negatives is there's so much bears in the franchise that it's so overblown with just Freddy clones.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. When you have a face of a franchise, you gotta clone it. Like Pokemon with the Pikachu clones, for example.
Yeah, that is true. We just put him in the good category. We couldn't put him in the great because of probably reasons of there's so many of them, and his gameplay style, since it was the first in the franchise of, I would say, he does have a unique death kill. Compared to, like, some of the other ones that are from the first game.
I mean, he was the only one with
Golden.
2 death screens.
Yeah, he was the only one with 2 death screens, and yes, he did come from the right... Was it the right hallway that you said?
Left.
And that... and I think just because of the uniqueness of it, and he's the face of the franchise, we have to put him in good, but because there's so many, and because he's... First game... Okay, first game started off this franchise. I think all of them are very good for what the time was, you know, and everything. And the thing is, now you look at the past games and say, I was scared of that?
I mean, isn't that just everybody with the Fnaf franchise at this point?
No, not really. Some people do actually genuinely get scared of them.
Fair. Anyway.
Like my sister.
Anyways, let's move on to Bonnie, one of the only characters to actually give the creator nightmares.
I love Bonnie. I love Bonnie very much. He's like my favorite bunny boy.
Nice.
He's one of my favorites. Come on, he plays a guitar. For God's sakes, I'm just waiting for Scott to just use that as like a death screen.
Death screen. He hits you in the head with a guitar.
You know, just like he just wiped. Yes, exactly. All you hear is the.
That's the engineer. You're just thinking of the engineer.
Yes, I'm thinking of the engineer from TF2.
Anyways.
In
all reality, I mean, Bonnie was the first opponent you encountered. He wasn't really that unique. I mean, Chica copied him to a T pretty much just on the left.
Yeah, but I will say, with all the first characters, there was lore, but I'm not going to count the lore in this because it was so jumbled at that time.
It's jumbled now. What you talking about?
At least you can make some coherent sense of some things, but not all things. When you encounter the first game, all you see is those papers and everything. I'm not trying to go on a spiel because...
Because we have so much to do.
Yeah, we have so much to do. We don't need an hour-long video of me talking about FNAF, okay?
Yeah,
but you do hear the breathing between Bonnie and Chica. Mostly.
I mean, we all know that they're children stuffed in the suits. We all know that.
Yeah. And plus, he gives you that good kissy face when you die. He gives you that nice kissy face.
To me, it looks more like he's trying to do a Bite of 87 impression, but, you know, whatever works.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna kiss you.
Let's try and keep that out of this. Let's try and keep that out of this. Okay.
Yes, okay, but I would rank Bonnie at least as good. And he does have a unique design like all the other ones in the first game.
I mean,
in the first game,
Freddy's face.
Yeah, he did copy Freddy's face, yes. And I would say if you had to go even lower, I would say meh. I'd say meh. I'm not gonna be biased because he's one of my favorites. I'm not gonna be biased. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I'd say he's in the good category as well. First opponent, just, you know. And now
first opponent. To be honest, Chica in that game was a carbon copy of Bonnie.
Just
and everyone. Yes, and the only thing I liked about her in the game was she came up to the window and just gave you that face. Just gave you that face, and it just made me laugh. It didn't make me scared of her. It just made me laugh. Pizza?
That empty, soulless stare. Anyways.
Yeah, that empty, soulless stare.
Anyways, given that Chica's just a carbon copy and way uglier, I would say we should put her in the meh category.
Yes, I do agree. The meh category.
Yeah. Alright, now for Foxy, arguably the most popular character from FNAF 1.
Okay, this is gonna be a mixed opinion. For some people that like Foxy, I do like Foxy, but he's not my favorite character. I don't know why, I just never did like the pirate aesthetic that much. Yes, all the memes that came from it was perfect, you know?
I mean, let's be honest, those were pretty great. Anyways.
Those were pretty great, but in the case of design, his design as a whole, compared to any of his, further designs, I would say this one was, okay for the time, and he was the more unique one of the group, next to Golden.
And he had fucking FNAF 2,
Yeah, they took that to a head in FNAF 2, which we'll get to, and
anyways.
In a bit. But I wouldn't say he's a great, I would say he's a good, because for one thing, he just runs down a hallway and just bangs on the door most of the time, like, swaggy swag, I'm coming for your booty!
Again, let's keep that to a minimum. Anyways.
I said booty, not the other word.
Whatever. Anyways.
Yeah.
He is the only character that can drain your power, though.
True.
Every time he bangs on the power, you lose about 5%, give or take. I think it increases. Anyways, I'd put him in the good category, mostly for the fear factor, being popular, etc.
Yes, he's a good medium for us. Alright, next character.
The endoskeleton? I mean, let's be honest, do you have any opinion on that?
Everybody has an endoskeleton at heart.
That would be weird. Anyways, I mean, it just makes the robots move. And it wasn't even that good in FNAF World. And the was way better.
Yeah, I do agree. I would say nah.
Yeah, no opinion.
No opinion. Okay, the golden boy.
Honestly, I don't think there's enough to say about him in FNAF 1. I mean, let's be honest. He just kind of showed up and crashed your game. Like, oh great, now now I gotta restart my game and get a new change of pants. Thanks a lot.
Well, at least he fucking scared you. At least all the other ones, at least Foxy was the one that scared you the most. And then you got Golden Freddy coming out fucking left field. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Coming out left field.
Anyways.
Me just getting demonetized. But anyway.
I don't think we're big enough for that. Anyways.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he belongs in the mech category. I mean, he didn't show up in Fnaf in UCN, only his withered version did. And he wasn't exactly challenging. You know, like just put on the mask or put up the monitor.
No, he wasn't. But he did crash a game, and if he crashed, yeah, that's the thing. In FNAF 1, he wasn't that big of a threat. He just crashed your game, especially if you got to like around 6 a.m. He comes up, and then you just get mad at him. Just get mad.
Yeah, I mean, hell. Like, even in FNAF World, he wasn't even that good. He was a status character. Let's be honest, who used those?
Now, if we're going from a lore perspective, there's a lot. There's a lot on him, and the problem is his gameplay, if we're just going by gameplay, he would be in the mech category. It didn't make me...
Yeah, and,
because
we're not going by lore or anything, I'm just going to put him in the mech. Because, let's be honest, he was just a yellow Freddy that crashed your game. Big whoop.
Yeah, big whoop, but still good character overall, in a sense.
Yeah.
By lore standards.
Alright, now on to FNAF 2 with Toy Freddy.
Toy Freddy. Oh my god, I can't barely remember any of the toys because they were...
They were not that threatening. Although Toy Freddy was funny in UCN.
Yes, he was. He was very funny in UCN.
He was just that gamer character with the fat plastic fingers.
Yes.
Overall, I'd say meh.
Meh.
Yeah. Alright, Toy Bonnie.
Interesting design. I would say, knowing all the toys have the same design.
I mean, Toy Bonnie was arguably the biggest change when FNAF 2 came out.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you see Bonnie, he's like purple. How do you go from purple to blue that fast?
Well, I mean, all the other Bonnies are blue. I guess Scott just got tired of him being purple or something.
Well, he had to do the purple guy, that's why.
Oh no, references. Anyways.
Anyways,
I mean...
The thing is, they, technically it's about the same thing of, Bonnie and Chica. Technically, they both go through the vents. You have to put down your mask and just,
Well, I mean, Toy Chica can attack you from the hall, so that's enough to make it not a carbon copy, plus the whole beak thing, which we'll get to in a second.
Oh, yeah, the beak thing.
Yeah, but overall, I'd say meh.
Yeah, I'd say meh, too. Yeah. There's no really to talk about in the toy category. Now, for Toy Chica was the most, I would say, flattering one of the Chicas.
That's putting it lightly.
That's putting it lightly. Do you want me to get demonetized? Do you want us to get demonetized?
No.
With Toy Chica, yes, she did come from the hall and from the vents. But the thing is, like with most of them, it's...
I mean, she was the only character... She was the only Chica to carry her cupcake with her. Just a minor bit of trivia there.
Yeah.
Well, except for Nightmare, which we're getting to later.
Yeah, very later. I would say put her like in the good category because she does have more areas to go in and
overall
has like
a larger effect on the internet in general. Wink, wink.
Yeah, larger effect on the internet. Like compared to all the toy versions of the characters, that one was okay. Mangle, love Mangle.
That was the most drastic change. Foxy went from red to white and turned into a spider.
Yes, but I actually do like sort of that change, and plus with the lore implications on that as well, which we're not getting into the lore. Yeah. Goes from the ceiling, and I did base my own character off of sort of Mangle's sort of on the ceiling sort of thing.
Which we're not getting into OCs at all, at least not this time.
No, we're not. I'm just referencing it.
Yeah.
But anyways. The thing is, she did have a unique kill. She did have a unique kill coming from the top instead of like from the sides or from, facing forward.
True.
She came from the top.
And 87 reference. Yeah.
87.
Most likely the one that caused it, because attacks from the ceiling, etc. So I would say good. I would say good. I would say good. All right.
Okay. My boy, the puppet.
Yes. Maybe some of you watching would know that she is a very big fan of the puppet. Anyway.
I love the skinny boy. I love that puppet. And because of the lore implications, because he's technically the hero in most of this, like with the 8-bit minigames, let's see.
Or he just did something very stupid.
Or he just did something very stupid, but he actually, the souls couldn't release either way. Because they've been killed. Regardless. Yeah, we're not doing the lore. Now, the puppet had the music box, which is a unique thing, a new unique sort of thing in the gameplay. You had to wind that
True.
So much.
We haven't really had a timer mechanic in any of the other games except for UCN, which was the puppet again.
Yes, technically the puppet was technically the timer that says, okay, you have to wind me after so long.
Yeah.
And keep track of a ton of them. I mean, a ton.
Basically, it was a three-pointer counter system. You can't just keep the mask on 24/7 because of the puppet. You can't just wind the box 24/7 because of anyone else. You also can't keep the mask on too long because of Foxy.
Yeah, exactly. I think it brings like that element of time into perspective, and it brings the element of this is going to be a harder game for you to play.
Definitely.
Than FNAF 1, then opening and closing doors. You don't have any doors. You have vents, you have a hallway, you have the cameras, and you have under your desk for some reason, or on the side of your desk.
You are completely exposed, regardless. I would say that because of the puppet's unique mechanic, I would put him in the great category.
Yes, I do agree. Put him in the great category.
Alright. The two balloon children. Bad.
BB... I'm gonna put him bad. That's no question. He takes your batteries way too much.
And then he laughs at you, like the little punk he is. And then JJ just doesn't do anything.
JJ doesn't do anything, and the thing is, I wouldn't put her in bad because in a sense of...
I mean, even in UCN, where she does have a role, she doesn't really do anything.
Alright, good point.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're going on to the Withers, I believe, or are we going on to the Shadows?
Shadow Freddy, Shadow Bonnie.
I think the only time we see, like, Shadow, Freddy, and Bonnie was...
You saw them in FNAF 2, you saw them in FNAF 3, Shadow Bonnie a lot more than Freddy. And they were in FNAF World, where Shadow Freddy was awful, but Bonnie was amazing.
Yeah, the problem is, like, with Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie, it's like, they weren't prevalent in... they were prevalent in the lore perspective, not in gameplay perspective, but they're both sort of equal to each other because they're both two sides of a coin.
Yeah, they were just Easter eggs, if anything, so I put them in the meh category.
Yeah, I'll put them both in the meh category.
Yeah. Like, if anything, just because of the fear factor on Bonnie. Anyways.
Yeah, oh my god, the fear factor on Bite. If you guys can see, technically he just looks like that one thing of Sesame Street. If you know what I'm talking about, it's technically an old video
Which nobody does. Anyway.
Nobody does. Withered Freddy.
I mean, he is a lot cooler looking than Freddy, and he was one of the only characters to exclusively attack from the hall.
Yeah, except for Foxy.
Foxy and, like, Mangle, I think. No, Mangle got the vents, too. So,
Mangle
yeah,
got the vents.
Just him and Foxy.
Yeah, just him and Foxy. Doesn't he still play the music box sometimes?
No.
That's kind of what I thought. He broke his music box, guys.
And his eye. He doesn't.
I would say
he doesn't have a lot of external damages, but internally he's just a stick figure.
Yes, yes, he is. I would put him in the Mac category, knowing he's got like a cool design, at least a little bit.
And,
I would.
And a semi-exclusive mechanic. Yeah, I'd put him in a Mac. Okay, Withered Bonnie.
Withered Bonnie.
One of my personal favorites, actually.
I actually do like. I actually warmed up to Withered Bonnie because of you.
It's
I actually
good.
do.
Anyway.
I do like Withered Bonnie. He does have a interesting look to him. Everybody else, like from sort of like the older location, has gotten withered. I would think one of them would lose a face anyway, and they chose Bonnie for that, and he looks really scary without a face.
Yeah, Bonnie just got the full frontal assault on that.
But he does look awesome. I will say that by design he looks awesome. Now gameplay, on the other hand, I think he almost does the same thing as... Doesn't he do the same thing?
He does the same thing as Chica in that game as well.
Kind of what I thought. I would put him at least in the good category. At least in... Annoying puppets at the great. It's like, why can't I have one of my favorites in the great?
Anyways. Withered Chica.
I never really did like her withered design for some reason. I don't know what it is. I never liked barely any Chica. And the only one I got...
Ugly.
Yeah, true. I think the only one I really liked was Toy and, what was it,
Rockstar?
Rockstar was one of them, the newest one, and the...
And the Fun Time version.
Yeah, and the Fun Time version, because those were very good. They didn't look ugly.
Pretty much everything after FNAF 3. Anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, meh.
I would say Matt as the gooder version of that. I would say bad in the badder version, in a sense. She just does the same thing.
I mean, they are basically carbon copies of their first game appearance, just you have to wear a mask instead of slamming the door on them. So, yeah, meh.
He's the night guard.
Anyways. Okay, Withered Foxy, the only one to actually take advantage of the flashlight in a noticeable way.
Yes, that is a very good mechanic. I actually do like that. And plus, he can see through your mask. He's the night guard.
Yeah,
so he's Freddy. You're Freddy. I love that video. But the thing is, he does have a very good, like, his design is very good. I would say that he almost looks like his first one, but it's more withered down. It's actually more...
Just showing
he looks
that
like
Foxy doesn't... Just showing that Foxy doesn't need to change to be great. Anyways.
Yes, exactly. I would say just because of the mechanic, it just shoots him up to good.
I'd say he should go in the great, because, like, he's the only one to take advantage of a flashlight until FNAF 4.
That is true. I actually do agree with that. He does bring an interesting role to the table when it comes to Fnaf 2.
Yeah.
Instead of, it's like the puppet and Proxy were your greatest enemies in that game. Everybody else was easy.
Pretty much.
In a sense. And technically one can technically snipe you from the hallway while the other one just says, hey, what's up? What's up? I'm gonna drag you down somewhere where you don't want to go.
Anyways,
but
let's
I would
put him
say
in the great because only one to use a flashlight until FNAF 4. Seriously.
yes.
Okay, next up, final of FNAF 2, Withered Goldie. I'd say a lot better.
Withered Gold, a lot better. I would say he is a lot better in that one.
Yeah.
Doesn't he still crash your game just a little bit?
No.
Or does he just glitch
that position went to the shadows.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. He does have a better design in FNAF 2.
And
he actually looks more...
And the fan dub, the Hetty, is just funny to me.
Yes. Yes. I would say put him in the good. Put him in the good. Even though the gameplay is good, it actually is better than crashing your game.
Yeah. Now I just need a new pair of pants. Thanks, FNAF 2. Anyways.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, Springtrap's like the only animatronic in there.
Yeah, the only one that
Like,
can
he just comes up to the door. The only one who can actually kill you, and plus the one that comes by the door and says, hey, what you doing? Can I have some pizza with you?
It's like rotten. Anyways.
That's the thing, he's not really that threatening to me. He's not really that threatening.
Hey guys,
he's not.
Anyways.
That is...
I mean,
hey, I heard some noise in here. I was just checking up.
I mean, he's the only one that can actually kill you, but he just kind of leans in the door.
Yeah, he leans in the door. Hey, I wanted to check up on you.
Yeah. I'd say he goes in the good, but no higher.
Yeah, he goes in the good, but no higher.
Yeah. Alright, and plop. Okay, let's just lump all the fandoms together except for Puppet and Mangle. Because they're all basically the same thing.
Yeah, the weirdest thing, even though they do certain stuff, I think the only ones that make a significant difference is Mangle and the Puppet. Yeah. I would say lump them all into that category because they don't really do that much.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Mangle and Puppet go there especially for hurting my frickin' ears. Especially Mangle.
Well, Puppet actually gives you something.
Well, yeah, it gives you, like, auditory and ventilation error. But regardless.
Yeah. But regardless, they're bad.
Yeah.
Alright, FNAF 4.
FNAF 4. Nightmare Freddy and the Frettles.
Okay, the Frettles. Even though I'm going to be the odd one out on this, they are fucking cute.
Again. Jeebus.
Sorry.
I swear, I'm gonna get an actual...
I know, I'm bad at that. Okay, they are cute.
Yes, they are cute.
They are very cute, and they actually do bring a challenge to the game.
Like, in a sense.
You have to look behind you. In a sense, technically, get off my bed.
Like, that's arguably the most horrifying part of FNAF 4. There's a looming threat always right behind you.
Yeah, there's a looming threat in the closet, on the other side of the door, and behind you.
Yeah,
I would think
you're surrounded by all sides.
The thing is, Freddy does have a very good mechanic in that game, and I do really like the way that he's designed as well.
Yes, it's very good. Yep.
It is very... you just put him in the macro,
I know, but I put him back to good.
Alright.
Anyways.
Bonnie.
Bonnie and Chica, again, are carbon copies of each other, but this time they actually look good.
They actually do look good. I do like Chica in that form.
Yeah.
They actually made her look actually more terrifying than Pizza.
Yeah. Plus
And
the cupcake. Like, that thing actually did scare me like once or twice.
yeah, I think just because of the cupcake, when Chica goes into good again, because
Yeah.
that is, you know,
Yeah, you lucked out, Nightmare. Anyways.
you lucked out because of the cupcake. Yeah, Foxy.
I mean, honestly, I'd put him in the meh. Because, like, sure, he's threatening on the higher difficulties, but he's just there.
He's just there. You just have to close a closet on him. Yeah, oh, there's a Foxy in here. Close closet. Hold it. Smack. Close closet.
I mean,
holds it there for a minute. Opens it.
I mean, honestly, Foxy isn't that good in this game. Like, he has a good design, but overall, meh.
Meh.
Yeah. Alright, Nightmare, Fredbear, and Nightmare. Basically the same character.
I really like Nightmare's design.
True. With the whole see-through.
It's a whole see-through, and technically, doesn't he just come up and kill you, in a sense?
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna rank Nightmare in the meh category only because of saltiness. Because I was doing a really good run of FNAF 4, when all of a sudden that guy just came out of nowhere and sniped me from behind. Seriously. Like he has a mechanic where if you keep a door closed on him for too long, he just kills you anyway. Seriously. And he doesn't move from doors sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, Plush Trap, just a mini game, really. I don't really have an opinion on him.
I actually do like the minigame. It actually brings another level of you have to shine a flashlight on him and put him in an exact spot.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, if they can copy it for FNAF VR and do the same thing, I think, I mean, honestly, I just don't have an opinion.
I don't have an opinion either.
Yeah. I mean, you were maybe decent in UCN, but that was it. Okay,
yeah.
Next up, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie.
Fredbear and Spring Bonnie.
Yep. Honestly, I don't think there's enough to go on here.
No, I would say put them in the non-opinion because there's really nothing to go on, and...
I mean, honestly, I think Fredbear goes in the bad category. Because, I mean, sure, he caused the bite of 83 or 7 or whatever, but that's about it. There's nothing to go off of.
Well, that's like a lore perspective that everybody goes off of, and that's what's the bite of 83. I mean, and that's what made Golden Freddy.
I mean, yeah, even then, it's just bad. It's just bad.
And the thing is, and plus, probably was it Spring Bonnie is technically the Spring Lock suit as well.
I mean, yeah, but even then, there's even less to go off of. You see him like 3 times.
Yeah, you do. Alright, next one.
Jacko Bonnie. And Jacko Chica, for that matter. I'd say they're just carbon copies of their Nightmare version, but now orange. Ooh.
I actually do like,
the Jacko variants.
Nightmare Bonnie. Oh, not Nightmare. Jacko Bonnie a little bit better than... Yeah, he's already up there.
Yeah.
Technically, I do...
I mean, in reality, they were both pretty meh, honestly. They're just recolors.
Yeah.
That's all they're meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do anything different. They go in the meh.
Alrighty.
Alright, Nightmare Mangle. I hate you.
You were about to put her in bad.
Anyways.
Well, what's really different? I mean, doesn't she come...
Nightmare Mangle, once she gets in the closet, makes the FNAF 2 Mangle sound. The broken radio static.
I mean, that's interesting, but...
I mean, honestly, I think it just goes in good because of that, being objective.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes in good.
Yeah.
It actually does make you more panicked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
Nightmare Mary.
Nightmare on. It's just a nightmare repaint. But it does play the music box theme just very slowly. It's not distracting or anything, which is good.
It does make you creeped out a little bit. Just a little bit. I would say put it in the meh category because it is a reskin.
But it's
Knowing
a more unique version of it.
Yeah, more unique version of it and everything. Okay.
Nightmare BB, it's just plush trap.
Yeah, put that in.
Yeah, no opinion there.
No opinion. I would say it's just a recopy of him.
Yeah. Alright, next up, baby. Anyways.
I mean, I'm not really that into baby. I never was.
I mean, baby is just kind of there in Sister Location. And even in UCN, where she got a major attacking role, she was one of the most annoying variants of characters, where you had to buy stuff from the shop.
I would say if you're not talking about the lore, she is just not terrible. Really just terrible. Yes, she does talk to the character, but she technically just Ballora. Actually, one of my favorite characters because you actually have to sneak around and actually get past her because she has hypersensitive ears.
True.
And
Ballora did have one of the more unique mechanics in UCN, where she would appear on either the left or right door, and you had to listen to her music box to see where she was.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that would put her either automatically in good or great, because she does have two good mechanics that can actually make it tough on people.
I'd say good.
Yeah, I say good as well. I say good.
Next up, Funtime Freddy.
That is a tough one because
like the only Sister Location character to not get into the UCN. Seriously.
Oh, that's just sad. You have to feel bad for him.
I mean,
just like 20 points.
I mean, honestly, I think just because he used to be German, and because of the whole Bon Bon meme, I think he should go in great. Just because he's generated so many dumb jokes.
Just the jokes alone is just good, and Bon Bon has to go with him.
I mean, Bon Bon, yeah. I mean, you can't really break them apart.
You can't really break them apart. You can, but you really can't.
Yeah. Next up, Funtime Foxy with his weird broken voice.
I never really did like that. I like all the other interpretations of Foxy, except for this one.
Just not the fixed Mangle.
The thing is that I thought he was Mangle for a long time.
I mean,
because of the thing. Yeah, I mean, technically they're almost like brother and sister in a way, to where they look so much alike that they would be considered as twins.
True. I mean, honestly, I think it should just go in the meh category. Because, in UCN it wasn't that good, and even in freaking Sister Location it wasn't that good either, with the full flashlight minigame.
I mean, then wouldn't it go into bad because of both iterations?
Well, it does have some certain qualities that save it from the bad category. Like the jump scare actually being pretty good.
Yeah, I do.
And it's the animatronic that transitions you from night 3 to 4 in Sister Location, so yeah.
Yeah. Ennard. Which, this is an interesting choice because we barely know anything about Ennard.
It's just all the Sister Location animatronics lumped into one.
That's the thing, it's all of them.
Yeah.
And we already put all of them in different categories.
I mean, honestly, Ennard as a character isn't really that good.
No, it's not. It's technically, let me make robot spaghetti out of you.
Pretty much. And, sure, minor lore importance, but meh. I mean, even in UCN, it was just, catch him with a snare.
I actually, I don't know which one. It was technically either UCN. No, it was wasn't I'm trying to think. It's technically with the Gears minigame. Well, like with the gears and everything.
VR,
I think we haven't counted VR for any of this.
Not for a lot of it. Like, we mentioned it with Plush Trap.
Yeah, Plush Trap was... I would say Entered in, like, VR was really good.
Like,
yeah.
Like in the Dark Light version of the minigame where he's in, where he jumps out of the furnace at you, like at the end of the minigame. Oh, that was terrifying.
Yeah, I would say he would go in the worst... In the worst one, it would be Matt, but he does have a good rebuttal when it comes to VR.
Yeah.
VR actually was his game because
he is arguably terrifying in that. Then again, VR is just scary in general, so I'm gonna put him in the good category.
Yeah. And technically, I just saved Entered, everyone.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. I saved Entered.
Next up,
Bitty Bab
and the mini arenas. No real opinion.
I kind of like the mini arenas just for the lore implications, but I don't have an opinion on them. I mean,
oh my god, they were so annoying in Night 4, seriously.
Yeah, they were very annoying until it got, like, was it an update that... Yes, they were very annoying.
Even then it was infuriating, so I'm gonna put Bitty Bab in the no opinion category, and the mini arenas in the bad category.
What, just because of that one minigame?
I hated it.
It gave you a challenge.
I hated it, man. It was my biggest roadblock. And
then me just never playing the games, just figuring out lore and stuff like that. I never played any of the games, you guys, just to say...
Pretty much. Anyways, next up, Lolbit. Introduced in Fnaf World as a Funtime Foxy recolor.
Wasn't she part of Sister Location just as, like, a little fun Easter egg?
Yeah, the Entered mask could change into a Lolbit mask. She got a bigger introduction with the Sister Locations Custom Night and the Ultimate Custom Night. Plus, she was in VR as like a swap out for Foxy during, like as a swap out for Funtime Foxy during its minigame. I mean,
I would say meh. Yeah. I wouldn't say she's bad.
Yeah.
We haven't done none in Amazing.
Yeah, nobody here is Amazing yet. Oh,
nobody here's
Yendo.
Yendo.
Yendo just sucks.
Yeah, I don't have no real opinion.
I mean, he started out as a very rare recolor, like he was in the Sister Location Foxy minigame, but as like a 1% chance, and then he got added to that custom night as like one of those characters that depleted your oxygen. Overall, he's just terrible. He's bad.
He is just terrible.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next up, Bonnet. I know you can barely see it. Anyways, Bonnet is... Bonnet is just weird.
And Bonnet is weird. It's technically a reskin of Bon Bon in a sense to me. It's just another reskin.
I mean, honestly, I'd put it in the bad category.
Yeah, I would. It's just a pink bonbon in a sense.
Boo. Anyways. Next up, Electro Bab. I know it's hard to see. Just trust me.
Electro Bab?
Electro Bab was one of the characters that drained your electricity in Sister Locations Custom Night. And that's it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Honestly, no real opinion. It's just a
It's just a recolor. Okay, next one.
Trash in the Gang, Ear Rape Incarnate.
Okay, just for one thing, they have to go at least in the meh. Knowing they don't attack you or anything, just for the memes in general.
Yeah, with the friggin' air horn. Okay, next up, let's just lump all the mediocre melodies together. That being
Okay,
Happy Frog,
Hippo-
Mr. Hippo, Pig Patch, or Pork Patch, or whatever, Ned Bear, and
I-
Orville.
I just like the Hippo to go into great because, for one thing, just his one single long speech.
I'm not gonna have that. Like, seriously, that was the most annoying part when you died to him. You can't even escape it. You just have to wait for him to prattle on and on and on and bam, bam, bam.
I know.
Just,
I know, but it's a good meme, though.
Just desk slamming boredom. I'm honestly gonna put him all
Yeah.
in the meh category because, like,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, they all go into the math category because they
Alright.
don't play so many things.
Alright, next up, Rockstar Freddy, Mr. Five Coins himself.
Okay, just for the meme. Okay, guys, we had a meme that we had like a thing that technically Freddy was the ultimate Russian.
Ah, yeah, I remember that. I don't know if we should
yeah.
be telling them that, though.
If you want an explanation, just
Like, if you want an explanation, comment down below, and we'll do a video where we just discuss that game in detail.
we just discussed that little tidbit that we did.
So I am going to put him in the great category because of that.
It just because of that, he was the main antagonist in that.
And the Five Coins meme.
Yes.
Alright, sorry about that. Anyways, next up, Rockstar Bonnie. The guy who lost his guitar in UCN.
I would say, meh.
Yeah, meh. I mean, honestly, he doesn't really do much.
He doesn't really do much. God, we have so many in meh.
I know, it's gonna be like our first third. Anyways. Next up, Rockstar Chica. Basically the one that's afraid of wet floor signs and caused a million memes because of it.
Meh.
Like, honestly, it is one of the better Chica designs, let's be honest, so...
It is one of the better Chica designs. I wouldn't...
I'll just put it in good because, let's be honest, Meh is getting way too full.
Nah, meh's not getting too full.
If I do that, we can't even see the bad category, or the no opinion category anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it in good, because we're running out of fucking space. Now I'm doing it. Video stressing. Hey, I only did it once. You did it like thrice. Anyways. Okay, next up, Rockstar Foxy. One of the only characters to actually help you in these games.
I would say good. I would generally say good.
Yeah. Alright, Lefty. The only character to tell you to hush.
I actually do like Lefty because of it has the puppet inside.
Yes.
If it tell you to hush.
I mean, plus the whole heater mechanic and the noise mechanic was very good in UCN, so I'll put him in the great category. He's a great bear.
Yeah.
Okay, next
He
up,
is a great...
air horn, ear rape.
I never did like Kelpie.
Yeah, bad. You're bad.
Bad.
Okay, next up, Molten Freddy. Basically entered, but without baby. And
It's smile.
I mean, honestly, it did have, like, a good voice to it.
I really did like the voice. I really did like the voice. And
Plus,
the thing is...
like, he did genuinely creep me out back when I first played Fnaf 6.
Yeah.
So, I'll put him in good because of that. Just because I like
Yeah, but
I like the Molten Wire Bear. Anyways.
Yeah, the Molten Wire Bear.
Next up, William Afton, aka Scrap Trap. Who should definitely have been designed differently.
Yeah, I do agree. He needed to be designed very differently.
I mean, honestly, he was very easy to defeat in UCN, and FNAF 6 basically doesn't count for gameplay mechanics. Because they were all the same, so you're bad. I mean, sure, you have good voice, but that doesn't make up for it.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Scrap Baby.
Roller skates. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, not a very well executed character.
I can understand, like, she was just ousted out.
Yeah, like the
But you
original
had to
babies,
read
Rat
that.
Baby is going.
You had to read.
Yeah, you had to do a lot. Okay, Music Man, the scary robo spire with cymbals. I hate that thing.
No, I don't like that. I never did like.
Yeah, he's bad. Look at those piano
His
keys.
design
Look at those
or
piano
anything.
keys.
There's no really opinion on him, but
seriously.
You
Anyways, next up
think he
we
could play
have.
Mozart on his feet?
Next up we have El Chip.
No opinion. I just have no opinion.
He was just the guy that threw ads in your face. Anyways, okay, Funtime Chica. I mean, for some reason, not in the sister location.
I actually did like how she did things. Like, she was just like that Instagram star. Or just somebody that had a tomboyish. I actually do think her gameplay is very unique. And since just flashing something in your face, just disorientating you.
Flashing something in your face, huh?
Yeah, I know how that implies.
Okay, anyways. I'd say it's good
I would say good.
because, yeah. Okay, Kenny.
Nothing.
The story
Okay.
character.
Memes.
Yeah.
It has to at least either go in good or meh.
Honestly, I think it should even go into amazing because, like, it's one of the only characters that genuinely freak me out with its stories. Plus, it's one of the Plus, it's the easiest source of points in Fnaf 6. You just gotta press a button. So, amazing.
Yes, it is amazing. I was gonna say he's either great or...
Like, great or good, yeah. But honestly, just because of
the stories, and it actually gives more lore hints than anyone else.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Phone Guy. We all know the Phone Guy.
Okay, I have to put him in great because he was great in his first appearance.
One of the only characters that actively died.
Actively died and never came back to life.
Yeah. Next up, Old Man Consequences. No real opinion, personally. But he was just that guy. He was just that guy that added the fishing minigame into UCN.
And plus the little mini game that you could do in what was it? Like, it was in both games. It was like in FNAF World and in UCN.
Actually, in FNAF World, Dee Dee held the fishing position, which is who we're talking about next. Smooth segue. Anyways.
I don't like Dee Dee. She just has a grating voice.
Annoying.
Where I just want to rip off her head.
Seriously. It's called Annoying Child in the files for a reason. Anyways. Next up, Chipper from Chipper & Sons Lumber Company. One of Scott's original games.
No opinion. I mean, it was one of his first games.
I mean, he was in FNAF World, so he counts. Anyway. Finally, last on the list, Scott Cawthon's avatar, at least, Adam Dude. That's what I'm going by. Basically, the creator of the games.
Amazing. It was probably one of the hardest battles.
Indeed. Except for that frickin' rainbow. Anyway.
Yeah, except for that rainbow. Now, we have all of our listings knowing Rockstar Chica should be in the meh category instead of the good category, in my opinion. But
look, we have differing opinions, and we were running low on space. This is a very weird recording software.
Yes, I know. And but that is our listing. Comment down below what would you pick for the amazing and the bad. For all the categories.
Oh god, this turned out to be an almost hour-long video.
I know it. I knew this was going to be an hour-long video, even if I didn't talk about the lore, just with the gameplay. Yes. Trust me, if you guys want us to do another ranking video, just...
Hopefully it'll be shorter than this.
Hopefully it would be shorter than this, and then we can just blow through it really quickly.
Yeah, get like the 10 minutes of time we need. Anyways. So...
Yes. Well...
So that has been this edition of Atomic Creations. I'd like to give a huge thanks to my friend Miss Medic for coming on and sharing her opinions.
I was glad to be here.
Yeah. This was arguably the longest video... Hell, not arguably. This was the longest video I've ever done, so a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated for all this effort we had to put in just to actually find this thing, set everything up, etc. Especially given what's been going on recently, so a like and a subscribe
and
would
plus
be very
with our opinions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, hit that little bell icon.
That's
you know, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
All the good stuff. Hopefully we don't get demonetized for how many swears that we put in here.
4. We did 4. I think that's pretty good.
4.
I mean, that's better than somebody like Markiplier.
That is true.
Anyways.
That is true, but anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Oh, this was annoying. Alright, farewell everybody.